What's good YouTube, and welcome to the house. We have the full set spoiler for Legendary Duelist 6, aka for the TCG Magical Hero, but this is the OCG release and there's some eyebrow raising stuff that could have implications on our Forbidden and Limited list, or do absolutely nothing at all and get yoinked out of here. Now, the first card we're looking at here, we're not gonna get. The Ghost Rare Dark Magician Girl Altar Art is pretty exciting as a collectible for the OCG, mainly because the other Ghost Rare Dark Magician Girl on market is a Worlds promo that fetches $2,000+ for the most part right now. It is insane. So seeing this throwback actually to Duelist Pack Yugi with that alternate art looking really good, I'm excited. I actually collect OCG Ghost Rares, so I would like to get my hands on this for under $100. I'm hoping more towards 30 since the Japanese don't always really hype up Ghost Rares, but we'll see how it does on market because it is a Dark Magician Girl. Altar Arts win, Konami. That being said, let's get into what you came here for, the set spoiler. And there's not really anything too much exciting that we didn't already know for the most part. We get to see the set numbers. We start with 000 being the Dark Magician Girl Ghost Rare. We get into the new cards, and then we see that we do get Dark Magical Circle, we get Magician's Rod. Apprentice Illusion Magician is already one of the very few cards confirmed for this TCG set within the spoiler from Konami, which is a very welcome reprint here overall. This was fetching rather high dollars despite having its reprint in a Legendary Hero deck. That's still a $30 MSRP. It was locked behind that continues to go up in price because they're off of market. So this is a very welcome reprint, and looking through, we quickly get out of the Dark Magician stuff. Only 11 cards because the Japanese set's only 55 total cards, and our set is 56. What you have to remember about Legendary Duelist is that it's a rebranded Duelist pack. Konami kind of did away with that word Duelist pack and tried to just mix these in without really saying Duelist pack because the marketing after Dimensional Guardians really went downhill and they swapped it on up, put some anime characters all over it, and we're like, yeah, Legendary. So when we look at this, it's a short set, but we have one extra slot compared to them. Well, I guess versus their 000, supposedly. And we continue on to the more interesting stuff. We get into the heroes. We get into some areas we don't know. There's a meta reprint with Aqua Dolphin. There's a meta reprint with Honest Neos, which is going up right now in the TCG. So a lot of hero builds are aiming to end on boards that have plasma. You might have seen Ruggles play in his new series. It's pretty awesome to watch. But you're trying to end on a plasma Dark Law, get an Honest Neos to back them up. It's really strong, and I think that Honest Neos is a very welcome reprint that we'll go over in a bit here. Miracle Fusion goes along with the theme. We have a hero lives. I would have loved to see some of the masked heroes here, and I'm hoping that we do in the TCG because they're sorely needed. Acid and Dion are at ridiculous prices for no reason, just being old without reprints, and here we don't see anything we're truly thirsty for that goes along with our new Liquid Man for the Mask Change play. It's a little disappointing. Although I get the second effect has to be used for fusion or Vanish for fusion, I'd still like to see the Mask Change monsters in here that we sorely need. Are you listening, Konami? Have you printed the set over here? We quickly get into the Synchro support, and we see some of the choices are standard. Quick Draw, Synchron, Doppel Warrior, a lot of the go-to stuff. Cosmic Blazer Dragon's kind of interesting, and we're already to Xyz with the Gagaga Magician stuff. Utopic Future we already knew was getting a reprint. Gagaga Samurai, I'm always welcome to have this easy access. We've seen formats where it OTKs for game a lot, and you need it in your combos, so I'm open to that one. And moving on, we do see that we get Spiral Flame Strike in here, which people were saying you might want your holo rares now. I'd still get the holographic because this is going to be a common for us most likely, and people want to play their holos if you're actually going after playing this kind of a thing. And we see Astrograph and Joker. These are the eyebrow raisers. These are the what the heck, man. Well, you know, you're able to play those in the OCG versus here where we're kind of just chilling on the ban list. Now, to note, there's a big date coincidement with our set release of this Legendary Duelist and the FNL list. We see that 1/16/2020 is the OTS date launch. So kicking off the year, January 16th versus January 13th being our no sooner than. So you could actually see an announcement leading up through the set giving hints, and perhaps the very first card on the list or a certain Performapal could be coming back. That would be really interesting, but I wouldn't be staking your market money into this necessarily. Historically, we see these more so yoinked out and replaced with other things, and they'll likely still be replaced, unfortunately, with pendulum slots rather than getting those masked heroes that we need. Now, the Dark Magician Girl might just come over as Dark Magician Girl regularly because, well, she's not in the set yet. She's heavily emphasized, including on the cover. So I would love to see an alter art version of her that we don't have before, like, in the set, but that is unlikely to replace the Ghost Rare. Like, I would really love to see some extra, just a little bit of collectability given to us by Konami. We're probably just gonna get her regularly, and her hat is like a super rare or something. It's unfortunate. Now, when I was saying I would personally invest in this set, this is about what I expected. We get a couple of solid reprints. Apprentice Illusion Magician, it's good value. I think it will be stable. It'll probably be $3 to $5 depending over time. Konami tends to short print certain things that end up in these packs. This could be one of them if it's not a common. And we also see that Honest Neos was, like I said, being played a lot in Heroes recently, which drove it up despite being in a Battles of Legend pack. And Duelist Saga, well, Duelist Saga's been stonks. So all of it's been going up. It's its own unique rarity. Battles of Legend, cards are usually easier to get, but it's one of the best releases out of here, and it's only gone up over time, driving quantities off the market. Really good choice of reprint Konami. Now, the Ghost Dark Magician Girl I was talking about for the OCG, this is why it's an eyebrow raiser versus the usual Ghost Rares they put in this set for them. We see these are all of the available ones, and the lowest one is towards $1,700 and quickly rising. It comes with a set of 3, though, whenever we're looking at them from their original Worlds pack. So these are split up from their other Worlds pack partners, which I think those sealed Worlds packs fetch around almost $3,000 these days on the secondary market. So if you're buying this card from the 2017 pack, you're buying it from a split up set, if I'm not mistaken, unless that's a sealed pack that we're looking at here. It just says the Ghost Rare. I believe they each come sealed in their own sealant, though, so I don't think that's all 3 cards, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me in the comments section down below if I'm wrong. I'm always welcoming correct information. So when we look at our very bare bones legendary Duelist that doesn't have TCG announcements, what would I like to see? Would I like to see Astrograph back? Heck, that card's insane. Please don't give Triff the best meta deck ever, no debate. It's gonna take everything down. He's already doing that without Astrograph. We don't need Astrograph coming back. We're fine with Red Astrograph, aka Chronograph, but Skull Crobat Joker, I could see coming back. I would not mind that at all, personally. So, I could see some bAnLiSt interaction with the set to give it a little extra hype on release. But would they go that far? Let me know what you guys think, because I think Astrograph would be a move a little too far for our set. But when looking through this, this is not lackluster. This is not meant to be a side set. It's meant to be a Duelist pack with how Konami has rebranded it. We're not looking, when we look through here, at, say, Mystic Fighters. This is a set that has 3 new strategies, not necessarily based around any anime or anything, where you get more reprints to help sell these cards in the side sets. That's why we get exciting things like Hidden City, or you get Scrap Recycler, and then you get them shorted. But you see those reprints in a set like this versus more themed reprints in a set like this because it's still a Duelist pack, and that's the rebranding that they've issued. You're not looking for insane reprints, but it would be nice. It would be awesome to see themed, still needed reprints like the Masked Heroes and Masked ChAnGe make it in. But what do you guys think will replace these cards down here in the pendulum slots, if the pendulum slots stay pendulum slots and Sorcerer and Astrograph disappear? Or do you think these will keep the course? And what else do you think might change moving from the OCG to the TCG? We've done a pretty good job of keeping set lists synchronized overall, with little minor tweaks here and there depending on our F and L list. So I'd like to know what you think will come in and give replacements, what Art of Dark Magician Girl we might get, what might actually impact within this set. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please use my TCG Player link when shopping TCG Player. It supports the channel directly when you're buying cards you'd already be buying without costing you anything extra at all. So I truly do appreciate it, and like the video if you enjoy these discussions and set release looks. Again, I wouldn't go too wild going, oh yeah, the ban list. But it could happen, so do make moves wisely and cheaply. Don't go buy out some insane card and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna buy all the holo astrograph sorcerers, because, well, if it's in here, it's getting a reprint. Use your own big brain, plan accordingly. Don't make your financial decisions based off of an OCG set release. Keep that fully in mind when you're approaching this. Please don't go too wild. Don't make me do it on Market Watch tomorrow, okay?